Spike Jonze is a filmmaker that has been acclaimed throughout multiple industries, from his work producing, writing, and directing feature films, to his music videos, skateboard videos, and documentaries. He's truly one of those filmmakers with extreme versatility. You may be one of those people that know him from directing and writing the 2013 Oscar-winning film Her. Or you may just know him from his collaborations with high-profile artists such as Kanye West and even Frank Ocean. His visual style is very experimental in the sense that none of his films are very traditional. He is one of the only directors that can make a film about an unemployed puppeteer somehow entering the mind of an acclaimed actor such as John Malkovich seem practical for a feature film. Or a film about a screenwriter who's creating an adaptation of a novel only to place himself in the script and therefore the story. Not to mention his last film made back in 2013 about a man in a not too distant future who falls in love with his home operating system with the voice of Scarlett Johansson. He's truly one of those directors that had a non-traditional upbringing into the film industry. He started his career filming skateboarding videos in the late 80s and early 90s, and was a high-in-demand videographer for top talent such as Mark Gonzalez. He eventually ventured into the music world and co-directed a music video about skateboarders for the band Sonic Youth. The video ended up being for their song 100%. He even got the Beastie Boys' attention and directed videos for their song Sure Shot and the famous Sabotage. He directed for Bjork, Ween, the Chemical Brothers, and throughout 1997 he worked with the likes of the Notorious B.I.G. and Puff Daddy, who is now known as Diddy. After some documentary work, he eventually came across landing a job for his first feature film, entitled Being John Malkovich, a film starring John Cusack, Cameron Diaz, Catherine Keener, and John Malkovich himself. The screenplay was written by Charlie Kaufman, who would end up being a close writing partner with Jones. The film was regarded in high acclaim, accumulating numerous awards and nominations in the process. Spike Jonze himself was nominated for Best Director at the 72nd Academy Awards, thus solidifying his stature as a film director in Hollywood with his first feature film. Jonze also famously worked with the likes of Johnny Knoxville and the Jackass crew, co-creating the show for MTV and executive producing the feature films. During this time, he directed a music video for the artist Fatboy Slim for the song entitled Weapon of Choice, starring legendary actor Christopher Walken dancing around a deserted hotel lobby. The video won awards at both the MTV Video Music Awards as well as the 2002 Grammy for Best Music Video. He would then go on to get his second Oscar nod for Best Director for his work in directing the 2002 film adaptation starring Nicolas Cage, Meryl Streep, and Chris Cooper. The film was once again written by screenwriter Charlie Kaufman, which ironically is what the film is based on, in a fictional way. It was given praise for both being funny but also thought-provoking and is one of my personal favorite pieces from both Jonze and Kaufman. It's extremely well written and Nicolas Cage is really good, as well as gives one of his best performances to date. Spike went on to again direct music videos for artists such as Ludacris and Kanye West. He directed Kanye's music video for his hit song, Flashing Lights.
I know it's been a while, sweetheart, we hardly talk, I was doing my thing.
It is worth noting that he produced Charlie Kaufman's directorial debut in 2008 with Synecdoche, New York. Ultimately, after a 7-year hiatus from narrative film directing, he returned to direct an adaptation of the children's book Where the Wild Things Are in 2009. The film was a modest success, financially and critically. Some had criticized the film due to its level of maturity and the fact that it had some dark undertones. Jonze responded to the criticism by explaining that he did not set out to make a children's movie, but he wanted to make a genuine film about childhood. Eventually, he went on to direct a number of short films, such as the 2010 short film I'm Here, a love story about two robots living in Los Angeles, starring the then up-and-comer Andrew Garfield and actress Sienna Guillory. It premiered at Sundance that year and is still currently online for people to see in its entirety. He also had a very small supporting role in the 2011 film Moneyball, as character Billy Bean's ex-wife's rich husband. In 2011, he also directed Kanye West and Jay-Z music video for their song Otis. In 2013, Spike Jonze ventured into his fourth feature film, a romantic science fiction drama entitled Her. He was inspired to write a script using the same method Charlie Kaufman had recommended, which was to put all of the ideas and feelings into the script he had at that time. The film followed a recently divorced love letter writer in a not too distant future who falls in love with his new operating system, with the voice portrayed by Scarlett Johansson. The film starred Joaquin Phoenix in the main role and was the first film Spike Jonze had written by himself. The film ended up having a monumental effect on film analysis and culture, inspiring countless essays and analysis since the release of the movie. Jonze had set out to write and direct a film about intimacy and tackled a topic only few have tried before, falling in love with artificial intelligence. How do we fall in love? Why do we fall in love? Questions Jonze successfully brings to the table in the film. The script won Jonze his first Oscar for Best Original Screenplay, and since 2013 he has yet to follow up with another movie. In 2015, he teamed up with Vice Media and joined their relatively new cable network as creative director. He has still partaken in numerous music videos and commercials, but mostly has taken a step back in regards to his Hollywood film directing career. I'm sure he has his reasons, but it seems like he prefers a more experimental approach to storytelling. He also may not have high ambitions in regards to being a film director, even after winning an Oscar. In 2016, in an interview with IndieWire, he explains that he was taking some time off so that he could be a full-time TV executive, stating, "Yeah, right now, this is kind of all I've been doing for the last year." But where is he now? He's still credited as Vice Cable Network's creative director, but after so many changes in the platform from 2016 to now, is it still the main reason he hasn't made another movie? In 2017, he directed artist Frank Ocean's Summer Festival tour, which included 8 shows which took place in different cities around the US and Europe. He also recently directed the Aziz Ansari comedy special entitled Right Now on Netflix. He also won 2 consecutive DGA awards for his commercial work in 2018 and 2019 respectively. He is scheduled to release a Beastie Boys documentary in 2021 for Apple's new streaming service. Is his absence from fictional narrative filmmaking a conscious decision, or does he simply not have the time to work on features anymore? I guess that's a question only he can answer. However, with the current state of the world and his undoubtable influence in American cinema and the filmmaking world in general, I believe the world needs a new Spike Jonze feature-length fiction piece, even if it's something small. I respect what he's doing with Vice, and I'm sure he's making bank for being a part of it, but not for nothing, he can be doing so much more in terms of his creative outreach. Perhaps eventually he would turn around to doing a movie soon. It's only been 7 long years since his efforts with her. He's proved what he can do as a director time and time again, but after his last film, he has definitely proven he is as good as a writer as he is a director.